Please introduce yourself to the court.
My name's Chris Craig Bentley.
And what is your current occupation?
I am an expert in sound acoustics, mainly focusing on noise control throughout design, occasionally consulting on issues related to forensic acoustics, things like that.
And why are you testifying at today's trial?
Well, I was asked by the city police to testify, specifically to offer my opinions as an expert in acoustics and my major area of academic training.
And before you discuss those opinions, let's talk about your professional education, experience, and training.
Okay.
What education prepared you to become an acoustics expert?
Well, I first started off at Pine County Community College, and I got my basic associate degree there. And then I attended Alki State College and got my Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. And then I realized that I needed education that simply wasn't available in the country. So I traveled to England and I attended a prestigious Institute of Acoustics and got a diploma in acoustic and noise control.
And did you have any other experience or training in this field?
I was involved with the Pine County Community College production crew, specifically with like sound effects and things in the auditorium, but then I realized that I was meant for bigger things than that.
And where do you currently practice as an acoustics expert?
I work at the largest architectural and engineering firm, which is Well Sound Construction Northwest.
Now, can you please give the jury an explanation on as to how well you understand this case?
Well, as I understand it, the noise levels from John Umber's car radio were too loud for Grayson Dula to bear. So he came down to John Umber's to ask him to stop the music, and in this whole incident shot him somehow.
Specifically, how did you help the police with this case?
Well, they asked me to take measurements with the sound levels in Dula's apartment that would have been generated by the tracks playing that evening using the decibel scale.
Please provide the jury with some background of the decibel scale.
Well, if you think of the decibel scale like a ruler, every time you go up the ruler, you go up in 10 dB or powers of 10, and this doubles the loudness of each sound. So our perceptions of the sound are all different through 33, 13, 15, 16, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
How many points did you decide to measure the sound from?
3 points.
And at what points were these measurements being taken?
About on the sidewalk right in front of Dula's apartment.
And how did you record these measurements?
Well, I put them into a sound level table.
Would you recognize a copy of this table?
Yes.
Can you please describe how you set up this table?
Well, I took a total of 12 measurements, 4 at 3 different spots. So the first column of the table shows the sound levels from the 3 different spots at the last setting the stereo was left on when the car door was closed. The next being the last setting with the car door open. From these you can see that the average sound level was 42 to 59 decibels, which is equivalent to a normal loud conversation. The third column shows the sound levels when the stereo was at its maximum level with the car door closed and then open in column 4. So the readings for the maximum volume setting for the stereo would be more annoying to most people, although the average level would not be unusual in any urban setting.
And what conclusions did you draw from these readings?
Well, from a purely objective standpoint, the length and intensity of the sounds emanating from the victim's car stereo would not have really caused a reasonable person to feel the need to confront a person playing the stereo, let alone confront them with a gun.
Thank you. No further questions.